Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I had a different video planned for today, but as you can see from the title, another message kind of came to me today doing some type of sit down recap video. The other video I had planned is going to come, but this message just felt like it needed to get out as we round out the end of this year. For those that don't know me, my name is Aid. I'm a music festival content creator. Even with a year of no festivals, I am still a festival content creator at the end of this. And for those that do know me, you guys also know me as Aid. I'm your go-to girl for music festivals, for vibes, for EDM, and all of that. For more context on this video, I participated in Rave Miss with 6 other wonderful and amazing female festival content creators in this space, and today is the final day of that. So every day this month we have given you guys a video to check out. I was on Thursdays and today is Thursday. It is the final day of 2020. It is New Year's Eve. So I'm ending Rave Miss and I wanted to end it more on a different note than what I had planned. I will link down the other creators down below for you guys to check out. I felt like just saying a proper goodbye to 2020 and giving a recap of this year and hopefully giving you guys some motivation and inspiration as we come into 2021. Catch a Vibe 2 is out now on SoundCloud, so if you need some housey tunes to end this year right, my second mix is now out, so I will put a link in the description. I'll comment with a link. Use that to just dance it out and release this year, y'all. If you've been following me or this is your first time meeting me, just like everyone else, 2020 was a crazy twists and turns, life turned upside down kind of year. The person I was in January of this year is definitely not the person you're seeing, and I'm pretty proud and happy about that. Now, normally at the end of the year, you would see this cutesy, well put together video with clips from my vlogs of festivals I went to, places I traveled to, people I met, and moments shared this year, and that's just not the case. I could put some cute music to some of the clips of me hanging out at home, hanging out with my boyfriend, etc., but nonetheless, here we are. I wanted to give 2020 the proper send-off it needed because while this was the year that nobody asked for, it was the year that we got, and I feel like kind of needed in a way. To give you a quick summary of my year, I got in a car accident, I got broken up with, I went to therapy for the first time, I fell in love with myself again, I had many major breakthroughs, went to a couple shows, went back to Arizona for a wedding, went to Crossed for the first time, saw Carl Cox for the first time, went on my first date post-breakup, and then the shelter in place happened in Austin. From there, I practiced my shuffling. I transitioned into work from home life, working my full-time job. I thankfully had a job this whole year, which I'm so beyond grateful for. I taught myself how to DJ. I turned 25. I threw Electric Forest in my own home. I went to my first drive-in event. My quarantine bae got mono, the person I'd been spending all of quarantine with. I then had to quarantine for a month because we thought it was COVID for a little bit, but it turned out to be mono. Then shortly after, once he got better, we became official. I moved into an apartment alone. I now live alone and actually had to move twice in 1 week, which was not fun. I do not recommend it. I got LASIK eye surgery. I quit being vegan. I prioritized my mental health and had a really big mental breakdown around the time of the election. I, along with a lot of the other people in our community, also grieved the death of IO. I got a copper ID and then spent the holidays with my boyfriend, which was the first holidays not spent with my family, but it was all for the best, all while celebrating a couple of wins for my brand, like working with Electric Forest, working with Bud Light Seltzer, Bedhead hot styling tools. I launched not 1, but 2 podcasts this year like a crazy person. I launched my own podcast, Let's Vibe Podcast, and then I launched Festival Tales Podcast with my co-host Babs Life, which has been so awesome and so fun to do. And last but not least, I made a TikTok, and now I'm obsessed with TikTok. It's my life. It's taken over my life. I don't want to talk anything else about it. While the festivals were away, I learned a lot about myself, saved a lot of money, and just did what I could to get by, just like anyone else. It's crazy. I went into this year looking at my festival schedule and was just wondering how I could handle it all. I think I was fully ready to use festivals as a distraction to block the trauma that I was facing, to block the things that I was trying to heal from, thinking that that was the right thing to do. which it wasn't. Not going to lie, that question kind of came to mind of, what if I just said no festivals this year? What if I just took a break? What if I just didn't go to anything? What would actually happen? And not saying I jinxed this or caused this. Please don't put this on me. I was not expecting a pandemic to happen, but that is what was given to me, was this break and reset. And this was what happened to a lot of us in our community, seeing what would life be like without festivals. I feel like for a lot of us, going to raves, going to music festivals is part of our identity. It's part of who we are, being a part of this community and living out this plur lifestyle. What do we do when that one thing is taken away? You know what I mean? It's definitely been eye-opening, and we've had to navigate this as a community. We've had to pick up hobbies. We've had to just find the joy in the simplest of things, because we didn't have our main source of that happiness. We didn't have that weekend away from work. We didn't have that vacation away from life's problems and going to listen to live music and everything. I think in the back of my mind, a break and reset was truly what I was craving and needed, and ultimately would allow me to heal from those things head on. I've talked about this a lot, but I feel like as this year is ending, I truly feel a cycle ending for me from things that I've been working on myself for years. And I don't think that would have happened had my typical festival schedule would have played out. I don't know if you guys feel the same. I don't know how your year went exactly, but this is just me speaking from my personal experience. I talk more about the lessons that this year gave me in my podcast, Let's Vibe podcast. You guys can go check out that episode. I'll link it up here. All in all, I learned that nothing is really guaranteed. Things can be taken away in a second, and your whole life can just really change that quick. Like we talked about, we didn't expect this to happen. We didn't expect festivals to get taken away. We don't know when they're coming back exactly. So it's just kind of crazy to see how that all played out. It kind of also taught me to learn to not really have much expectations. Like, you can be hopeful, but don't depend on those expectations, because you might get disappointed, right? I've definitely learned how to be more present and just enjoy, find the little joy and joys in what's going on in your day-to-day. Find a rhythm and a flow, and just be really into your routine and everything, and really just get excited and enjoy that, because there wasn't much else to look forward to. If the prime part of my day was what was I making in my air fryer, then that was it, you know? And that leads me to being grateful and just finding those moments of gratitude and finding time to be grateful for what you do currently have. And when you do express that gratitude, things can come further down the line to further be grateful for, you know? So I've been grateful for myself. I've been grateful for the roof over my head, mine and my family's health, even though I haven't seen them since February and I miss them so terribly. I'm grateful for them and all their support, and as we try to navigate this together. I'm grateful for Chase. He was the biggest surprise and shock to come out of 2020. I was not expecting to meet him and to connect with him so well, and I'm so happy to have him in my life. He is truly my rock, and we've been able to navigate this crazy year, and I feel so grateful for him every day. I'm grateful for my friends near and far that just really understood that I might not be able to check in every day, but I'm rooting for you, I'm there for you, but we're all just kind of collectively going through our own stuff, and that's okay. I've learned that the friendships that are meant to be had are the ones where you can pick up right where you left off, and you just understand that sometimes life just gets in the way, but we're always going to be there for each other if need be. My friends truly showed up for me in so many ways, and people that I wasn't friends with, but I was acquaintances with, really stepped up into my life this year, and I'm so grateful for them as well. And I truly feel supported going into this next year with the best of a support system I could possibly ask for. I'm grateful for taking my mental health seriously this year. Going to therapy was a really big step, and I'm grateful for it. Just having someone else to talk to has helped immensely, and I've really understood myself and where my thinking comes from, and how to work from that, how to work in my relationships with that, how to express that in my relationships, how to express that to others, and just to be a lot more kinder and gentler on myself. I put a lot of pressure on myself. I have very perfectionist tendencies. Really got to me this year, and so I'm definitely going into this year just a lot easier and kinder to myself, and realizing that I've gotten myself this far. I need to give myself a lot more credit day to day, and we're gonna be just fine. And then finally, I'm grateful for you watching this video. I'm grateful for my Vibe Tribe, for this little community that I have created. I am so grateful for you guys. Being a festival content creator in a year with no festivals has definitely been challenging. I've had to pivot my content. I've had to find what works just to keep this truck going. And I'm grateful I've been able to lean on other creators like Emma Capotis and our little festival content creator community as we all navigate this and try and still show up for you guys and provide some entertainment, relief, whatever that may be. I hope we've been able to help with everything going on this year. I want to say thank you for watching, commenting, liking, reading, whatever it may be. It means the world to me. As I look to this next year, I'm realistically hopeful. With the news of the vaccine, that makes me pretty hopeful to think that we will get back to festivals soon. I don't know if it'll be our entirely normal setting where we have full capacity, we're not wearing masks and stuff like that, but hopefully we can get a little bit of a taste of what we used to have. I don't know about you guys, but I am so excited for that euphoric feeling and just being together, listening to live music and just vibing out. And I also miss the festival vlogs. I can't wait to bring those back to you guys. Like, I miss filming them and making them, and I just can't wait till those come back. I think it'll feel weird going back to festivals, but I think we'll just feel right at home. I hope when we return to festivals that we can all be kinder to each other. We can love harder, hug harder, sing louder, dance till the sun rises, and just truly embody what this community has always meant to be and will always be. I think we've kind of lost sight of that on top of some bad vibes, some toxic vibes, cancel culture, all of that, but I really hope we can get back to the community that we've always known and loved and what it was built on, the foundations of it with Plur and everything like that. I'm hopeful this will be the reset our community needs, and if you're gonna bring those bad, toxic vibes, you can leave them over on EDM Twitter, I'm just saying. No tea, all the shade. Last thing I'll say is, if this year was just not it for you, you're not alone. I listed all of those things in that summary of my year, and it was up and down and up and down and up and down. So I am right there with you. I am grateful I did not lose anyone, sickness or death or anything like that, thankfully. So I can only imagine for those people that had to deal with that, or losing a job and everything like that. So I just want to let you know that I am here for you. It is okay. Your feelings are validated with what you went through this year. And I hope that you can continue to grow from that and really heal and do that healing that you need from this year. Social media and YouTube can give off this persona that people are happy, that they're really thriving and doing the best that they can, but at the end of the day, we're all going through our own journeys, we're all dealing with our own stuff, and that is totally okay. What you see on the surface level is not everything that is going on. I can call to so many YouTube videos and content I created where I had to put a smile on, but I was not feeling it that day, you know? Just know that we're all battling our own things, and you are totally valid in what you went through this year and the feelings that you have towards that. Maybe this year wasn't your year. This definitely was not the year I expected, but I hope you can find some silver linings and some lessons from it that you can take forward into your new year and make it the best year yet. I did come out with a podcast on how to set some goals and how to plan for 2021. You can find that on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or any other podcast platforms if you guys want to start to sit down, reflect on this past year, and set some goals for next year. I know it might seem a little weird just given what happened, but you know, you can try and figure out some goals that won't be affected if the pandemic continues or something else happens. So I hope that helps as you begin to plan for this next year. I think you could still plan for 2021, even though, you know, it could all just get pushed aside like it did in 2020, and that's totally okay. Nonetheless, I'm sending you the best vibes and virtual hugs as we finish out this year today. It feels weird I won't be at a New Year's Eve event tonight, but I just know that I am physically and virtually ringing in the new year with the people I love the most, with the people that support me and truly match my vibe and are a part of my community and everything. I also know I'm bringing myself along, and I feel so good about that. After everything I've learned this year, I truly feel like this is the best version of myself, and it's only going to get better from here. And I'm really excited for what this year has in store. I'm not playing small in 2021, and I can't wait to bring you guys along with me for the ride. And I want to wish you a happy new year, and let's just say goodbye to 2020. We don't need you anymore. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support, and I will see you in the new year. Bye.